Good morning, happy Monday, and Merry Christmas to those who celebrate. I want to share my top lessons of last week and then cover a topic that I see a lot of people are experiencing. The lessons I learned last week. Here are my top lessons I learned last week. As a parent, your children are always watching. Whether you have adult children or little kids, they're always watching. So the stuff that we put out there, be mindful of that one day that your children may see it and may have questions. So just be mindful of that. Your decisions don't just affect you. They can affect other people connected to you. When you make a decision, when you make a decision, it can affect other people connected to you. So it is important it is imperative that we think about the decisions that we make. Because when you're angry, you get emotionally intoxicated, and it's like being drunk with emotions, and you do things and say things that you cannot undo. So just be mindful of that. And you don't have time to waste. Be intentional with how you spend your time. Time is like money. Once you spend it, once you give it away, you can't get it back. So be intentional about how you're spending your time. Okay? And it is important to heal so you don't bleed on everyone else. It is important to heal so you don't bleed on everyone else. Going through a hard time, you must have faith partners. If you're going through a hard time, I want to be able to reach out to somebody that can pray with me. I want to be able to reach out to somebody that can pray on my behalf. A lot of times we're going through these hard times and we're reaching out to people who are possibly other people who are going through hard times, and they can't help you, okay? They don't have it in them to help you. So that is important. It is imperative to reach out to the right people when you're in that place. And you can create new traditions. You can create new traditions. Today is Christmas, and it can be hard for a lot of people, but I want to invite you to create new traditions. You have loved ones that are no longer here, and you have loved ones who are still here, and you're still here. So there can be ways to create new traditions. There can be ways to do things differently. Just keep that in mind. I wanted to share that. And if you are suffering in an area for a long time, reach out for help. If you've been suffering in this area for a long time, if every holiday is hard, if every holiday is bad, like, when are you going to reach out for help? Because the holidays are going to come regardless. So just keep that in mind. I wanted to share that. And know that everyone is struggling with something. Everyone is struggling and suffering with something. So let's be kind to one another. Yesterday, I was strolling on social media, and I saw so much hurt and anger and hate and pain. And I was like, oh my God, like, it is Christmas Eve. Like, what is going on? Like, I just want to tell people, take the post down. Like, take that down. Because when you start posting things, at your ex or stuff like that, it's not good. It's not good at all. And you're hurting. Like, I know what that looks like. I know what it looks like to just project and just throw up on people and just, put the other person down because you feel like the other person should have did this, should have did that. The person was who they were. They were who they were, right? And there's nothing you can do about it but move on in peace. Not pieces. Move on in peace. Get the help that you need. Get the support that you need. And take time out for yourself. Maybe social media is not the best place to be while you're in that state, right? So just think about that. Think about what you're posting. Think about what you're saying before you say it. Because once you put it out there, you can take it down. Somebody can screenshot it and it just lives forever. So just think about that. And I want to talk about the heart cure, because I feel like there are a lot of people who are just suffering. Their heart is sick, right? The heart is sick. And the first sign that the heart is sick, what's coming out of the heart? What are you saying? Okay? How do you know you need healing? What's coming out of your heart? Out of the heart flows the issues of your life. What's coming out of the mouth can be an identification to what's coming out of the heart. that we need to give attention to. Negative and cynical, the heart is sick. Okay, you don't have to be dealing with a heartbreak to be heartbroken. Emotional needs not met will affect the heart. Relationships, completed marriages can affect the heart. You're grieving this person, okay? You're grieving the relationship. I know the person is still alive, but nevertheless, you're grieving what you had. You're grieving what you thought it was. It's real. It is real, and people are going through this. That's why it's imperative to get the help that you need, okay? It's imperative. I know people are hurting. I know people are suffering. I see it. I know what that looks like, because that once was me. And I had to do so much work on myself. I had to talk to people. I had to read books. I had to heal, okay? And I knew that me saying all these things was not helping me or anybody else. So I had to stop that. I had to stop it, right? I didn't even know I was doing it. As I look back, I'm like, man, I was mad. I was angry. That's the 6 layers of emotion, right? So you got the pain, you have the anger, you have the desire, love, and appreciation. You got to get that. You got to go through all that stuff, right? Your emotions are valid. Now, the way you express them, let's look at that. Your emotions are valid, but the way you express them, just take a look at that. Are you expressing your emotions in a healthy way? What are some alternative ways you can express your emotions? Right? Maybe you can write a letter. You don't have to give it to the person. I know the stuff is inside of you. It needs to come out. But the way you release it is important. Because once you put this stuff out here, you put it out here. It is imperative that you do the hard work, okay? Stones form in the heart when we're children, right? And after there's been so many stones, it creates a wall of protection and self-defense. And I made a post also yesterday. Everybody's not the person that hurt you, right? And if you do not do your work, if you do not heal, you will bleed on other people. You will look at them like, you're probably going to cheat on me. You're probably going to do this. Whatever that last person did, whatever you did not heal, whatever you did not recover from, you're going to look for that in other people. And you're going to start attracting that, right? We attract what we are within ourselves. If you don't have, high self-esteem about yourself, you don't have self-love, you don't have that confidence and stuff, you're going to attract other people that don't have it either. And it's only relationships mirror what's going on within yourself. You just can't see it. It's hard to see your blind spots. So God places these people in our lives, right? And they show us things about ourselves, right? Pain is inevitable. Misery is optional. I want you to remember that. Pain is inevitable. Misery is optional. In this life, you are going to get your heart broken. You are going to hurt. Okay? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. But when you do your work, I'm telling you, when you do your work and when you let him in, you're going to go through things, but things are not going to go through you. I go through so much. You can't even tell though, because I know that everything has happened for my good, even if it don't feel good. I know that not in that moment, but I know that there is a rainbow on the other side. I know that there's the sun on the other side. It may be cloudy right now. It may be storming right now, but it can't storm and rain forever. Okay? So just make it to the other side. This too shall pass. May pass like some kidney stones. Nevertheless, it's going to pass. So I just want you to just hang in there. I want you to do what you got to do to take care of you. And I want you to forgive yourself and forgive other people. And I'm telling you, that is where the freedom lies. The freedom lies in consistent forgiving yourself and of others. All right? Hope this was helpful. It was on my heart. I wanted to share it yesterday, but if I shared it yesterday, it would have been like a rant. Because I was looking at stuff and I was like, oh my God, like somebody, what is going on? And I realized that people are going through stuff, right? Nevertheless, don't let the stuff go through you. All right? Stay in peace. All right? And forgive. Forgive for freedom. That's all I got. Merry Christmas. Enjoy your day.